Three, two, one. Let's go. All right, we're back with another condensed Go game, a little Go game replay, if you will. And in this game, we got some offense. We're going full-on attack mode, both of us. I was playing as black. White was also super aggressive and with some great attacks. And this game's from a couple months ago. I just had a quick look through it to see what happened, and it's a fun one. So I'm 11k, white is 9k. I had the first move as black. Take the upper right corner, and we'll get into it. So we each take a corner, sure thing. White starts to attack my upper right corner. We play a little back and forth. That's something I've been playing a lot. Actually, this is fairly common for me now. And you can see white forms a nice strong line right off the bat. So I got the corner on lockdown, no big deal, that's totally safe. And white's getting a nice strong line there. And I didn't like that, apparently, at the time. Looking at this now, I don't love this move because I'm not really capturing any territory. It might have been wiser to play closer to the edge of the board over here somewhere, maybe even here. Just so that with like one more play, if I played, let's say here or here, with one more play, here or here, all of a sudden I'm taking most of the top of the board. Generally, white can still attack it, but like I'm forming up a nice little bit of territory with just like 3 or 4 moves. By playing out here, I'm not really doing that. This is kind of a no man's land. Super easy to disconnect from this stone, right? Like the top, ton of space there in the middle. And it's going to take me a few moves to get some shape out here. It's going to take me, 4 or 5 moves to start to build up some kind of a shape or a base that I can live. Whereas it's just easier and faster to build that up around the edge of the board with less moves. So, but what I'm doing with this, and I recognize what I'm doing, is I'm attacking. This is the first attack of the game, right? This is an aggressive offensive game, and we're saying, hey, we want to attack here, we want to attack here. Maybe it's the next move, maybe it's in 2 moves, but there's cutting points there that are open for the taking, and I'm attacking this strong line of white, and then with a couple more moves, if I have to back off, I can make some shape. So I get what I'm doing, but it's pretty aggressive. Don't love it. Probably could have been better. So how does white respond? Kind of takes the spot I was talking about, more or less, right? In the upper part of the board, and now you can see with one more move, like white's forming a semicircle around my single solitary stone that's in a bit of trouble. So I don't love that. It's probably a mistake on my part. Keep in mind, I'm playing a stronger opponent here too, so we'll see how that unfolds. Anyway, I get even more aggressive. We're on the attack, right? This is the attacking game. We're going in. We're threatening to cut off this point right here. We're saying, hey, if you allow me to go there, I'm going to kill off this stone, which would be great because then my group could kind of extend out, and then these two are part of this corner, right? And then that's awesome. How does white respond? Tiger's mouth. I threaten to cut him off again. He responds, sure. I jump out. At this point, white just says, you know what? I don't even have to. White's got the strong line, and it's kind of looping around, and he's doing exactly what I said I probably should have done, was playing along the upper portion of the board with some bigger, more spaced out moves to capture some territory. That's exactly what white's doing. Meanwhile, I had 4 little tiny moves that captured all of like 2 points and haven't done much. And white realized at this point, hey, I can just kind of ignore this attack because it's not that great, and I can expand my territory instead. So I don't know. White, I think, has the advantage at this point, but we'll see. But I'm not giving up, apparently, on this group. I'm saying, hey, I can still split this group. There's a cutting point through here. Maybe I can split them off. I try to do that. Doesn't happen. Puts me into Atari. Sure, he's got to play a little defense to shore up his cutting points there. But now, at least at this point, I'm in better shape now, right? It's not just 4 stones. I got a couple eyes in there somewhere. Plenty of space to run out if I need to. And I've at least limited white to, white's not going to capture the upper middle portion of the board, right? I'm in here. I'm going to take some of that, but anyway, don't love it. But white says, hey, I'm just going to ignore that, and I'm going to push over to start attacking. Theme of the game today, attacking that upper left-hand corner. I play some defense, similar to how the right-hand corner played out. Just back up 1 move there. And then I played a super small move. Again, I don't know. This one's, what am I doing? That's a waste of a move. Am I threatening to cut through here, I guess? I don't know. It's not doing much. And white says, hey, we're going to make a bigger move and protect this bottom right-hand corner and capture way more territory and space with just 1 play. well played on white. So I back off. White plays defense, and then interestingly, I jump right back up here. There's some big moves left on the table or on the board, and with this one, what I'm saying is I'm threatening to cut here, right? And if he allows me to play that spot at Q15, I've effectively split off these 3 stones from this bigger group, which is great. Then he's in the run, and then maybe I can throw in a couple here somewhere, and make that happen. Put him on the defensive a little bit. But I'm assuming he's just going to link up. No, he just allows it. Okay, and then so he jumps over the left-hand side of the board. I have to respond. And then he jumps right in there. Okay, so he's on the attack now. It's gone from me attacking these 3 to white saying, no, I'm going to attack your whole group up here and just throw in and put you on the defensive. I mean, if I play there, I'm okay. This is a little up in the air. I don't know if I'm alive here or not. White can play here and Atari my stone, but these 3 are vulnerable. White can't play here. I'll take him there. If I play there, I have 2 eyes, but then, because white can't play here, but eventually he could pressure this stone. I'm not sure. I think this still has to play out a little bit. But I am in rough shape, I would say, up there. I think white has the advantage. Okay, so then we got 1 move, so then white attacks, sure. And then I totally abandoned that. Maybe I just assumed this was dead at this point and said, yeah, whatever, I'm going to focus on trying to kill you off. And I go on the counterattack over here and push up and do exactly what we talked about. I finally took that cutting point. So these 3 are now fully on their own, and they're in trouble. If I can get a couple moves out here, I can probably kill those 3 off and really expand some territory on the right-hand side of the board, which would be fantastico. How does white respond to that? Okay, so smart move. You have to give these 3 stones a bit of a safety blanket, something to back into. I like that play of white's. You can probably effectively stop my attack sort of going down this way at this line right here. With 1 play here or 1 play here, I'm not really going to be able to push down. And that still leaves a big area out here where I could jump in, but he's a pretty strong player, and he'll have a group up here and a group down here, and he can really pinch me if I play in the middle. But not that I could leave that alone, because with 1 play, if white played here or here or here, white's basically got that whole right-hand side of the board, which we kind of wanted, right, as black. So there we go. We jumped right in and said that exact spot I was looking at right in the middle, I'm going to take it. White protects the bottom right-hand corner, sure. Then I start to push up. And I like that because this group is still in trouble. He has no eyes. He's got 3 stones that are vulnerable that are not connected yet to this single stone. And I'm saying, hey, I'm going to try and push up this way. And if I can do that, this group's on the run kind of out here. And I can maybe attack this group for a while. Well, how does this play out? Interesting. Okay, so on the attack, we killed off this stone. That's ours. And we were 1 play away from killing this group off. I'm assuming white's going to connect up there. No! Oh, interesting. Yeah, it puts me into Atari instead. Sure. So I take the kill. Then he connects up. Yeah. Okay, so that actually turned out to be a pretty nice little attack, I would say, by jumping in the middle here, right? Remember, this is how it started. He's got some vulnerable stones up here, these 3, plus I think it was this stone here, roughly at Q11. And we jumped in here. White played a little bit of defense in the corner, probably safe. But it allowed me to capture this. This looks decent now. I got an eye in here. I'll have another eye in here somewhere. And white's group, if we just kind of trace it out here, it's got no eyes yet. Looks like he could probably start to form with a couple plays, right? If he played out here, here, he'll start to get some eyes in this space here. So he's probably safe, but I can still put him on the defensive at least. Keeping in mind that this group of mine is not fully settled and has the potential to be pushed a little bit. I'm just going to wet my whistle with some delicious coffee. All right. Let's power through the end of this. It's not too much longer, actually. So, like I said, we're attacking this group. I like that. There we go. So white with the big jump out here, and now he's saying like he wants a group kind of like this. And this is where he's going to get his eyes, right? Somewhere in there. I like that. That's an attacking move right there. Following today's theme, trying to push into that space, and we're actually doing a pretty good job there. That's a really nice sort of 2-for-1. I'm attacking. We sort of traced out this space, right? I'm attacking that. I'm attacking that space for those eyes, and as a bonus, I'm expanding this group, which is in a bit of trouble. Sorry, I was in a bit of trouble. It looks pretty good now, actually. We have spaces for eyes, you know, all over the place. So we're kind of attacking and also building and defending at the same time. So that actually worked out really nicely. That was the best defense is a good offense. You know what I'm saying? So white now, maybe recognizing a little bit of threat, some trouble, starts to attack up here. Sure. I don't know. That was kind of a waste of a couple plays. I like this. Now this looks at least safe now. I don't think I have to worry about that, right? We've turned the corner over here. We've haunted these 3 stones to end up there at L11. And that just makes a nice bit of shape. We come out. Okay, white's attacking my group of 3. Sure. And white's probably going to be safe here. Like, realistically, we weren't going to kill this off. But at least we can put him on the run and build up our defense here and here at the same time while doing that. And so at this point, you know, what was white's last play? Right there at N10. And you can recognize that with that play, right? He'll get some eyes in here. He can get some eyes up here. He can still run. He can maybe connect up even to this corner. Probably going to be fine. So I'm not going to kill him off. So I shift my focus at this point to a bigger move because there's only really one big space left on the board right over here. Big old gap on the left-hand side. We throw in right in the middle. Depending on which side white pushes from, we just fall back the other direction. So white pushes from the top down, we fall back. Bingo. Just like it was made to be. White defends the corner. Sure. Fly through these is pretty standard. Nothing crazy there. That's a nice little attacking play. I'm building up my base and my framework on the bottom and threatening to slide in underneath. White defends that. Okay, now white. Actually, I'm just going to back up. White here. So what was before this? This, not in a lot of trouble. We're going to have some eyes. We got good shape. At this point, nothing really looks like it is in trouble, actually, right? This is still maybe a little unsettled. White can take me here, right? And then I can put him into Atari. He connects up, and he's got 2. I think I'm dead up here, quite frankly. Unless black misplays that. Like, I can play there and get an eye, but then white can just collapse this way. Only end up with 1 eye. So I think I'm dead up there. Realistically, I'm probably getting crushed at this point in this game. If that's white's territory, I'm probably getting absolutely demolished because you just look at white's group here. If we assume that, we'll cut this corner over here. If that's all white's territory, that's like a quarter of the board. Maybe not quite, but like that's a lot of it. That's a huge chunk. If you then you consider these groups over here. Bottom corner, maybe I can attack the 3-3 on the bottom right corner. And then he's got this group out here, which who knows? It can live. But really, if white gets this kill up here, I think I'm toast. So I pushed up at the bottom, and white says, hey, you know what? I'm going to get real aggressive, more attacking. I like this play. Look at that. Threatening to cut in here. What? My group is kind of outlined here. Unsettled. I have a lot of cutting points in here. I have left this alone a little too long, a little too open, undefended. There's room for him. Like by throwing in there, he's almost jumping behind my line, right? If you kind of outline my territory, he's almost jumping behind enemy territory. Almost. Aggressive play, attacking play. I don't love that. I don't love that. It's super attacking. I think I probably should have played here at K13. I'd shore up that cutting point, and I would just stop him from pushing in. By playing here, this is super attacking, super aggressive. I'm threatening to cut him in, so now he's behind enemy territories, right? We just showed that line of my territory. With this play, he's effectively inside my group, and with like one more play, if I were to play here, he's toast. I'll kill that stone off. But I don't think I can keep him in there, right? And sure enough. Anyway, it sort of worked out. I ended up getting... I sealed that edge off, so that worked out, but I still have some cutting points. This is unsettled, and this is going to show up real soon. Spoiler alert. Oh, next play, look at that. At L14, he attacked my weaknesses. I had this open end here. He jumped in and I shorted up, but that didn't give me a chance to solidify my cutting points, right? By jumping in there, oh, this is where it starts to fall apart. Wow, I just kind of ignored it. I don't know. I probably should have addressed this. I didn't address it at all and started attacking his 4, sure. White pushes in. There we go. And this is where it really starts to fall apart. So, okay, I'm just backing up 1. I played there at least, so now I have an eye. That eye is going to be safe unless he's able to Atari these 3. But I don't think that's going to happen. So at least I played 1 nice defensive move there. Lots of attacking. Here we go. 1 defensive move. White pushes in. I link up. Okay, now you think, hey, this is totally safe, right? I have 1 eye that he simply cannot kill here, and we have this other, and somewhere in here we'll get another eye. No big deal. White still attacks. Interesting. I'll say, okay, he split me there with a cutting point. What do? I start to attack those 2, sure. White pushes there, which is a nice move, right? Because I can't play here, because then I'm down to 1. This group only has 1 liberty left, and he kills me off. I need to play here, right? At N15. Well, guess what? I just ignored it. I don't know. I completely missed this in the moment when I was playing this game. This is a huge mistake, and ultimately cost me the game. There's a spoiler alert. I lost because I didn't see this. Somehow I missed it, and I jumped out here thinking, hey, this is safe, whatever. Guess what? White pushes in. All of a sudden, I can't save these guys anymore. They are dead. I can attack those 2, but now I'm toast. And it's just, at this point, I think I resigned within a handful of moves. I can kind of speed up here a little bit. Because the rest is a little bit inconsequential. And you see how this group starts to unfold. I only have that 1 eye left. I can kill white here, right, by playing here, but then white puts me into Atari by playing there, so this stone has to drop back, and then all of a sudden I have no eyes up here. I'm down to 1 here. I'm realistically not going to get 1 up here. And unless I can get a kill somehow in this area, I have no eyes. Like, I don't have any eyes out here. I don't have any eyes out here. Maybe I can kill that stone, like, by pushing him this way and maybe attack this stone. Maybe I can get something out here. Or, like, last-ditch effort, I have to run out and connect up here. But by completely blowing it up here, I've totally lost the game. And he can really attack this group. And just imagine if he's able to kill off this group of mine now, all of a sudden white's territory, keeping in mind, I've lost this group up here, right? He's killed that off. So white's territory looks something. I'm just going to do it real loosey-goosey. This is all 1 group if he kills that off. Oops, actually doesn't even go in there, right? That's all 1 group. That's like 3/4 of the board. Absolutely crushed because I just made 1 stupid mistake up here and didn't see that play. Ugh, ugly muggly. So, white effectively cuts me off. We can fly through here. There we go. So I resigned at 184 moves in because I realized this big group of mine, black, guess what? We have 1 eye and we can't connect up. I'm not going to get an eye up here. We didn't end up getting 1 in this area. Totally blew it, lost the game, and it was embarrassing. We'll estimate the score white by 200. So, and sure enough, this corner was dead, but someone was knocking on the door, but I think someone's chopping wood outside. So, oh, and man, it's also showing white killing this group off down here, which I don't even, sure enough, yeah, with those last couple plays back to the board. This never really got settled in here either. We sort of glossed over that actually at the end of the game. I don't know exactly how that unfolded, but at this point, it didn't even matter. This game was toast. We were all attacking each other. Everyone was on the offense, and it was a fun game, but absolutely embarrassing. Whew. So there was definitely some moves there. Just thinking back, what are the lessons of today? There were some moves where I was aggressive and attacking, and I should have been a little more defensive. Some of them worked out along like the right-hand side of the board. This worked out nicely. Had him on the run, on the ropes a little bit. Some splitting points, some cutting points. White did a really good job of attacking. but being smart about it. So this, if anything, this was too much attacking. A little overly aggressive, even though they weren't like crazy throw-ins or anything, but just attacking like that lone stone out here that he used to cut, and I tried to circle him up like a couple of moves up there. This whole group would have been safe. Would have been like 100-point swing instead of losing this massive group. Maybe I only would have lost by 100 instead of 200. Who knows? Anyway, fun match. I'll wrap it up. It's been 20 minutes. Thanks for sticking around for watching these. I'll put out some more in the future. That's it for today. We'll see you in the next one. Let's go.